Hello, this is Melissa, your insurance exam queen, and we are here on this channel to help make sure you can pass your insurance exam with ease and confidence.
Now, through your employer sponsored is the most common form of group, but you could be an association. An association is basically just like a membership group. So, like, you could be the insurance agents of Arizona is an association. So, all insurance agents can get together and they could be a group. They're a group because they're insurance agents, and then they can get insurance. But with associations, they tend to have some rules. Like, you have to be an association for at least 2 years first. You have to have at least 100 members. You have to have biannual meetings, and just a couple of things with association in order to get group. So again, they're very strict on you're not allowed to be a group just to get group insurance. You have to be a group for some other reason first, and a valid group at that. All right, now let's talk about some of the key things about group. The first thing, so generally group is where an employer, we're going to use an employer as an example because it just makes it easier. Again, although it could be an association, it doesn't have to be employer, but most of us are familiar with an employer getting us insurance. The employer is basically getting insurance to cover all of the employees. So they're covering a bunch of people on the plan. Okay. What we want to know is that the employer, they are the ones who are going to get the copy of the policy, but they're going to call it a master policy, or they are going to call it master contract. Policy, contract, tomato, tomato. A policy is a contract. So whether they say master policy or master contract, it's the same thing. The copy of the policy goes to the employer. Okay. The employees who are covered under the plan are going to get a certificate of coverage. Okay. This, one of the most tested points. They love to ask this question over and over again. Who gets a copy of the policy? Employer. Employer. The employee is not going to get a copy of the policy. Could you imagine, imagine this is an employer with like 2,000 employees. Could you imagine what the premium on that would be? And with group, sometimes the employer can pay the full bill, or the employees might pay. That's the contributory, non-contributory. But can you, if this was covering 2,000 employees, the premium on this could be astronomically high. It could be like 20,000 a month. Could you imagine if the employees saw the bill for that? They would freak out. They'd be like, what? They don't want to see that. Okay. You don't want to see a copy of the actual policy, which has the premium on it for every single person. And why would this person get a copy of the policy that covers all of the people? The policy goes to the leader, the group sponsor, the employer, whereas all the little people under the plan will get a certificate of coverage. And they will ask this forward and backward and every which way. Who gets a certificate of coverage? Employee. Who gets a copy of the policy? Employer, group sponsor. Sometimes they may use the word group sponsor instead of employer. So just be aware of that. Okay. One of the most tested topics to be aware about. Okay. So this is Melissa, your insurance exam queen, sending you all the loves, all the vibes to pass the exam. Have an amazing day.